Hey there, how is it going? I'm so sorry for such late posting. I really apologize. I was just so busy with everything going on with my work, and also I was kind of trying to learn as well. So in today's tutorial, we are going to see how we can use anim notification so that we can have continuous combo effect, and also we're going to make sure that we fix few bugs and all, and we're going to make it network replicated. So let's get started. Really appreciate the subscribes and like. And in case you're struggling with the video, I have wrote down a very beautiful description down our description with the entire process and what are we doing here. So thank you very much. Let's get started. Hello there. So in today's tutorial, we are gonna do some replication, and we're gonna also try to fix few bugs. And let's see what can I do in this couple of next 30 minutes. So the first thing to make it network replicated. So first let's take an example of like the death system. So this, which we are seeing here in this death ability, like where the animation is played, after that, like it disables the moment, it ragdolls, and all this system, including drop, we want this all to be network replicated. So having them network replicated in the gameplay ability system wouldn't make sense. So I would prefer copying this to the sandbox character and kind of use an interface and use that interface to network replicate it. So let's see how do we go with the procedure. So what do we do here? We need to check one of our interface. We are going to go for BPI character, which is this one, and let's create a new function. Let's name this one kill character, and let's put under our default. Let's name this as CHRSCTER character. Let's name character. So that we put all this thing inside this character, and this will reflect in our blueprint. So now let's compile and save. Make sure to always compile it, or it's not going to appear in your sandbox character. Now you go to our sandbox character. This is what we wanted, and we click on the kill character. So here we're going to do some clever thing. Again, I'll go through the replication system with you. Step 1 of making a network replicated, take things away from the gas system, and we create an interface. So let's collapse this to a node. Let's name this kill character. Let's make sure things are small. Now we copy all this and stick it to an interface. Where is our interface? Where is our G at that first of all? Yes, this is the one. We control X and we stick it down here. Now we bind this to this, which now becomes an interface. Now this all things we don't need it because we already have them in our character, of course. So, and the target here is to go on, man. And this is gonna be our mesh, of course. We delete the 1 second before we deleting. I just wanna the character. This doesn't have to be. I can delete that. Then this can also be a mesh. Then capsule component. Yeah, we have capsule component here. So where is the capsule component? Here is the capsule component. Now we need to go here and delete this and get a reference to itself. Oh, that is still a bit more an issue. What is the issue? Yes, this is also gonna be self. Now the few thing which we need to do is get those two weapon L, and we're gonna make this replicated, and this also applies for this as well, because we want to replicate these weapons to the NPCs as well. So we compile and save. Now we go to our death. We don't need this one as well because because those were used to get the reference from the sandbox character. Now we get avatar actor from actor info, and we get our interface kill character that contains all the thing which we had previously here. There's one more thing we need to mention while we have to kind of do it here. So for that we need to create a boolean, because we need to do a check whether it's in the state of death or not. So we'll name is death, and we are gonna bind this to this, and we check this one out and make sure this one is repli notify. Why repli notify? You'll see now. Now if you click on that death boolean, now all what's gonna happen in, let me try to first do that. I'll show it to you. We'll create first a branch bctro left b and left no, sorry, and we create a condition death. This two balls which you see is repli notify, meaning that means it's network replicated for the purpose of network replicated. And now we go compile and save this. We go back to our sandbox character. Yeah, now we go to our sandbox character. We make this into a macro because it's more convenient that way. This we can name this as kill character. Kill, let's just name it kill. Now we go to this and we get this here. Oh, and we bind this to this. Now death is going to be checked in a network replicated as well when it is network replicated. Let's see whether the code is working or not. Tell me. Yep, that is working. So yep, that's good. Hi guys, so in today's tutorial what we are going to do is we are going to create like an anim notify. Like for example, when I keep spamming my mouse, I want once the enemy stops slashing, he continues to perform another attack. Like for example, if I choose this attack, let's choose this attack first of all, and in this attack at one set of time, like once he slashes out over here, he kind of performs another attack. And to achieve that we do by making an anim notify. And how to make an anim notify? Well, let's get started in this case. So I created a folder naming anim notify. I'll encourage you also to create so that it's more cleaner to work along the future, because this is going to be a very, very big project. So we go to our blueprint class and we chose anim notify state, which is this one, and we will name this anim notify state. We will name this as a TTACK attack left for now, maybe. And here we are gonna define two state, where at what state the animation starts and what state it's gonna end. Within that window frame, if we press the button, it's gonna perform another attack. So it's gonna be when we receive an input at the beginning, it performs code logic which is gonna be dictated here, and at the end it's gonna also do the same thing. And to really make things more streamlined and better, we are gonna create an enumeration So let's create an enumeration first. Why are we creating enumeration? So that we can store those logic. Uh, it is here enumeration. We'll name this as e underscore attack state. So this is good. And we will create two attack state where we are going to tell once the character does this, performs that, and if perform that, perform this. So for now, we'll just put like a TTACK attack left, and I'll name this as attack right. And now this is going to be linked via an interface. So we are going to go to our light. We are not in this one. We go to our class setting, and we are gonna get it over here. So now let's create an interface, and now we are going to create a function called set attack state, and here of course it's going to be an enum, and we are going to get a attack 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 state, which is going to be
as attribute hierarchy E.
and of course let's just name it obviously attack state. And we are also going to create another function to get the state of the attack. So we'll name this get attack state, and this is going to store the output of the current attack state. So it's going to be attack state. Now make sure to compile so that these all appears in our maybe we can create a small. So now let's go there, and let's go to our event graph, and we are gonna get set attack state, which contains the state, which contains the enumeration, which stores enumeration of our state of which we'll be attacking. And let's promote this to a variable. By default, let's keep it right for now. And the other one, get attack state, which has an output, which is just gonna return the state of our attack. Simple as that. So now let's go to our light attack state. There are some changes which we need to make where like just for the logic to make sense. Let me see if I could explain this or not. But I do know the idea behind it. So let's try it. First, let me try to get all the relevant code. So we're gonna get avatar actor from actor info, and we are gonna get attack state, and we bind this to this. So in this case, we don't always, it has to be like what we are trying to do here. An anime montage is going to be played, and we are seeing whether left or right is going to be chosen. But in this case, we don't need that here anymore. So what I could do is maybe like break this one, and if it's true, I can do a select, and the state is going to be the enum of the attack state we have. But now again, if our hand is in our, if the weapon is in our left side, so we can put this one in the left here. So, and for the right side, I can use any of these attack. So basically, like again, this kind of boils down to what kind of animations you use. So it's for me, most of my animations are left, right kind of. But again, this kind of depends upon what kind of game design style do you want for your game. But for the purpose, it does make sense. Now here, for each of this attack, I need to add my anime montage. So let's go to our anime montage. Notify, sorry, not anime montage, it's anime notify. So yeah, it's going to be actually left, and right is going to have this one. Yeah. So now let's go to each and every individual animation. So now let's see the animation. Oh, that's a very quick animation. Kind of ends here. So I'm gonna create like another anime track, and this time I'll go here, add notify state, and we'll go for this one. And here we add. So let's see where the event happens. And we can go as far as here, like, yeah, so that is completing his attack. And now we do pretty much the same thing for, sorry, for all of them. Go here and we create another stage here. And maybe I'll just drag it, but over here. We again go to this one. And maybe here I can add another one. Yeah, maybe this is the good window period. And basically just keep doing what I'm doing here. Yeah, I will add another one over here, the last one, and let him have his time. Cool the function. So now let's go to our this one where at once a trigger is happening at the beginning, we're gonna get from the mesh component. So from the mesh component, we need to get the owner, which is a reference to our sandbox character, and we are gonna get attack state because the attack state is left, of course, as it is mentioned left. Now I'll just copy this, and at the notify end, I'm just gonna paste this and do the same thing, but this time I would choose rights and bind this to this. So once it is showing right, it's like a saying that you have missed the window to perform the continuous attack. So yeah, and the return value, make sure it's tick for both actually. So one more last thing which I want to kind of go through is if we go to our light attack and if we go to our class default GE attack, so we have given here a duration which we are controlling it by an anim node at the animation blueprint, but we kind of don't need that here because this duration is kind of responsible for the light attack. So this is really gonna kind of affect our gameplay because this is not gonna allow us to do the continue combo attack. So if I go to our animation blueprint now, here is where we're gonna kind of like need to give some changes as you're gonna use our trail effect. So now we go to our this one, the system component, and we are gonna remove active effect with granted tags. Now here, this is gonna be responsible for telling that to not execute that 1 second of window and no more. This is gonna be null. So it's gonna be, of course, weapon light attack. So this is it, and let's put our work to test. Now I'm gonna keep spamming. Why is that happening? I think so that is where we are screwing something up. So I think so it's gonna come here and it's gonna be this one here. Let's see though. Yes, see, now the animations are going continuously. So it's not resting. The attack looks very aggressive. I think so it's something, there's an issue with my code. But yeah, this is the logic. I'll try to find out what could be the issue. But yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. If you're struggling to understand, I'll put all the description in the form of a text under the description below. Have a read about. I think so I can explain more when I'm typing it down. I'll type it down nice and well. Thank you.